July 23rd, 2011, I was sexually assaulted. I would call that violence. It wasn't by someone who I knew was an acquaintance, somebody I met that night who was a friend of a friend, and he got me completely drunk. And I thought at one point when I was making a safe decision going, finding a place to stay, a guest bed, and then he was there, and I said no probably about 40 times, and I just didn't listen. So I was overseas, and it was interfering with my everyday job, and I finally had enough, and I went into behavioral health, and I said, this isn't good. They gave me an anti-anxiety medication, and then they gave me appointments to talk to a social worker, and so 2 times a week for 10 weeks, I went and I talked to this woman about what happened, and the curriculum was called cognitive processing, and she explained it to me at the beginning, and I'm like, okay, we'll try it. And it actually worked out really well. I thought it was kind of stupid at first, but it worked out really well, which she had me list up, it was homework based, it was very homework heavy. So she had me list out things that I believe now, and it took a lot of work, I can't trust myself, things like that. I can't trust other people, write down things that I had become to believe. And then, throughout the time that I saw her, we evaluated those things. And then I had to write out the entire, which we called the event, I had to write out the entire thing, including sensory information, so to relive it. And then I shared that with her, and from there we picked out different emotions and different things I was feeling, and then and compared them to the emotions I felt as I was saying those, list of phrases to myself, and then evaluating that for the legitimacy. So as to break down the emotions, which I laughed when I realized it was how does it make you feel? Which always seems like the most annoying question, but the way she posed it, she never said those words, but the way she posed it, it really made a difference as I went down to an emotional level. It's because it gave a name to something I was feeling. So once something has a name, you can deal with it. For me, my PTSD was I was super jumpy. I'm still pretty jumpy, but I was very jumpy. I did not like loud noises. I didn't like people surprising me, and if that happened, I would have just a complete meltdown. I'm actually doing really well about this because I used to not have people sit behind me. I used to have my back to the wall. I couldn't handle people being behind me. I'd freak out. Large crowds. I still can't handle large crowds, but I feel like both with the people behind me and in large crowds, I'll start hyperventilating. I'll feel claustrophobic and pressed in, and I'll start freaking out. I'll either get super aggressive as an outlet for how I'm feeling, or I'll just want to run. But yeah, the PTSD, having a label for this, and then going through a set curriculum for how to deal with it, how to cope with it, really helped instead of an abstract concept. Definitely talk to someone. I mean, it's the best thing you can do for yourself. It's helping yourself, because that'll help you deal with the emotions. Because for me, one of the biggest things was guilt. I thought that it was my fault, but I was incredibly intoxicated. And I thought, I should have prevented this, or even when he was on top of me, I should have pushed him off, but I was physically incapable of doing that. And these incredible levels of guilt were so hard to deal with that it was my therapist that helped me deal with them, and she was the one who said no, and she broke it down for why this is not true. But yeah, the first couple of people that I told within, 2 months of it happening, they always said, you should talk to someone. I was like, no, I can handle it. I can handle it. Which I thought I could until, 5 months later, and I was having mental breakdowns left and right. So I would say when you're ready to go talk to someone, I mean, it's on your time, obviously, but when you feel like you can do it, go talk to someone, because generally they can help.